It's Dave. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about skinny diabetes, what it is, and how it works. So skinny diabetes is diabetes. It means that you would have had a high blood glucose level at one point. You would have tested on an HbA1c above a certain level for prediabetes and diabetes, and then you continued far beyond past that to the point where your body becomes insulin resistant or loses insulin sensitivity. So in the beginning with diabetes, your body would grab all those blood sugars, all those carbs, and the sugars associated with carbs, and it would turn that all into fat. So that would be what people would normally associate diabetes with, is gaining weight, gaining 200, 300 pounds, all in fat. That's how it usually works. But once you get way past that and you become metabolically dysfunctional, your body becomes very insulin resistant or has very low insulin sensitivity. It doesn't allow your system to grab the sugars and use them for your system to build muscle, to build bone, to build different parts of your system. So after you get way past diabetes, you become metabolically dysfunctional, and that is skinny diabetes. That's where no matter how much you eat, you can't gain any weight because your body just quickly associates whatever you're eating with no insulin or insulin resistant, very low insulin sensitivity, and it won't allow you to gain any weight either in muscle, bone, or fat. The only way to get on the other end of this is through diet, and that's either ketogenic or carnivore, depending on your particular condition. That's the only way to get beyond the metabolic dysfunction part of it. And of course, that would also resolve diabetes. I myself was diabetic, probably am diabetic if I eat any sugar, but I've moved way past that to metabolic dysfunction. And although diabetes can be uncomfortable and difficult, metabolic dysfunction is when you start having problems with your nerves, which would include neuropathy, retinopathy. You have a lot of nerve problems, and probably a doctor could explain all of the inside problems that you have, but I'm more familiar with the outside problems and the lifestyle problems. And it's not impossible, but it's greatly difficult. So you can be skinny and be diabetic. So the bad news is you're probably beyond the diabetic part if you're skinny and diabetic. The good news is if you're not physically damaged, it's not too late. You can change your diagnosis with diet, eating smart, and working out and taking care of yourself. And trust me when I tell you, it's way worth it to reverse that when you can. It's very difficult to reverse it once you get to metabolic syndrome, and maybe instead of taking a couple of months, it maybe takes a couple of years. And it's a couple hard years. It's not easy years. Hey, if you have any questions about this post, do me a favor, leave it below. I will answer any questions. I'll answer any questions based on my story, my history. But again, I'm not a doctor. I have no idea. You should talk to a doctor if you have doctor questions. If this is any interest to you at all, do me a favor and subscribe. I'll be adding more stories like this, as well as my weekly updates of my story, and hopefully how I'm getting better every week, but that doesn't seem to be the case necessarily. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this particular post. Thank you so much. Have a good day.